This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. The last two major U.S. Democratic presidential candidates, former Vice President Joe Biden and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, are debating at this hour in an empty TV studio. Supporters have been limited to watching the debate on television because of concerns about coronavirus transmission. The viral outbreak was at the top of the agenda for Sunday's debate. Each candidate laid out what he would do if he were president during such a crisis. Sanders has been pushing a single-payer health care system. He said his plan would provide free treatment for those afflicted with coronavirus. Biden said he would authorize government funding to pay for the treatment. Sanders and Biden are competing for the Democratic presidential nomination to face Republican President Donald Trump in November's national election. Mr. Trump is seeking a second four-year term in the White House. The governor of Illinois has announced a drastic step to help contain the spread of the new coronavirus. AP correspondent Jackie Quinn reports.
Illinois' governor is heeding the warning from federal health officials who say Americans really need to hunker down more to help slow the spread of the coronavirus to not overwhelm the medical system. So J.B. Pritzker announced a major step to keep people home.
I am ordering all bars and restaurants in the state of Illinois to close to the public as of the close of business Monday night.
Earlier, he blasted the Trump administration because of long lines of returning international passengers at O'Hare Airport, where some 3,000 people were crammed together in the customs area. Very close contact that's discouraged for health safety. I'm Jackie Quinn.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control on Sunday said it recommends canceling or postponing events like conferences, sporting events, and weddings that have 50 people or more. President Trump has told the American people to relax and refrain from hoarding supplies. From Washington, D.C., you're listening to VOA News. New travel restrictions and border closures have reverberated across Europe and beyond as daily life increasingly grinds to a halt. Countries are trying to slow the spread of the coronavirus. AP correspondent Zeria Shackley has more.
Poland restored checks on its land borders with Germany, the Czech Republic, Lithuania and Slovakia as it responded to the spread of the coronavirus in Europe. Roads and public spaces were deserted in Barcelona as Spain's nationwide lockdown began. Lina Maria Kochedov, a Brazilian-German runner, says she was told not to run and only walk for an hour maximum.
We thought that we need to stop to run by tomorrow, and that we are allowed to run today. And they said that starting by today, we are just allowed to leave our home for the basic things.
Meanwhile, in London, supermarkets were packed as local residents stockpile essentials, including pasta, rice and toilet roll. I'm Zeria Shackley.
Lagos, Nigeria was rocked by a huge explosion on Sunday. VOA's Jim Bertel has more.
Nigeria's emergency services say an explosion on Sunday killed at least 15 people and destroyed about 50 buildings after a fire broke out in a suburb of Lagos. This man witnessed the explosion.
Some houses collapsed, even the roofs, everywhere collapsed. And some people died, even the school here, people died. Yes, people died.
Several people were injured and taken to a hospital. The exact cause of the explosion is not yet known. Jim Bertel, VOA News.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is proposing an emergency government to tackle the coronavirus crisis. Reuters' David Doyle has more.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday proposed a 6-month emergency government to tackle coronavirus, just as the epidemic delayed his corruption trial by 2 months. But Israel's Justice Minister said the trial would now begin on May 24th due to developments related to the spread of coronavirus. Also this week, Israel's president was poised to pick a candidate to try and form a governing coalition. That's after Israel's third election in a year, on March the 2nd, proved once again to be inconclusive, with neither Netanyahu's right-wing Likud or his main rival Benny Gantz's blue and white securing enough seats for an outright majority. On Sunday, Netanyahu made an offer to Gantz via Twitter to form a national emergency government. Gantz signalled he was open to a unity government, but cast doubts on Netanyahu's true intentions.
That's Reuters' David Doyle reporting. French voters went to the polls Sunday to cast their votes in municipal elections. President Emmanuel Macron has insisted that the democratic continuity of the nation would be in jeopardy if the vote were delayed by concerns about coronavirus. I'm Marissa Melton. You're listening to VOA News.